Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Market Wrap. So I am back in Philly after an amazing 10-day trip to Dubai, hanging with my crew, working 15-hour days. We all made it back. It was an incredible experience. And the cherry on top was my Giants actually beat the Eagles. We might still be in last place, but at least I have bragging rights in the office. So 3 pieces we love this week. And after being in Dubai, I get to come back and look at a whole new inventory. And the first piece we're going to talk about is Ulysse Nardin, the Freak X. Now, when I say Freak, many of you think of the original groundbreaking work of Rolf Schneider. This is actually the next generation Freak X. Now, I spoke to the head of product for UN actually at Dubai Watch Week. I always felt like the Freak name should have been kept for watches without a crown. This particular one is kind of the entry-level Freak. It's actually an awesome watch. It just drives me crazy calling it a Freak. The second piece we're going to talk about is an Omega Speedmaster, and a very special one, the Tintin. Now, it was originally called a racing dial, was only produced for 1 to 2 years, but it's just an amazing piece, has become super collectible. I love the fact that it's got the writing on the back in red. It's following the Snoopies up and up and up. I think this is one that's going to buy and hold for a couple of years, will really go up in value. And the last piece is a Vacheron. Now, we've spoken a lot over the last few months. I love Vacherons. I think they're a great value. This particular Patrimony Power Reserve in white gold is just a classic 36mm dress watch. I love it. I think it's an incredible value. Love these long term. So it's officially December and Christmas is right around the corner. And as we expected, the market is tightening. We are seeing Rolex Daytona prices spike again. Ceramics, John Mayers, Platinum Daytonas are all testing new highs. I also expect we're going to see a spike in OP colored models and ladies 31 and 36 Datejust models. As clients start to look for Christmas presents and realize the stores are entirely empty, demand for pre-owned is definitely going to increase over the next few weeks. I think we will definitely see a spike in prices in December. So if you're looking for a watch for Christmas, better start early. Now, I'm almost recovered from my Dubai trip and had a good 14-hour ride home to reflect on the trip. And it was truly an amazing experience, far exceeded all my expectations. Now, first and most importantly, Dubai was all about the community. I got to meet a ton of fans and followers of WatchBox and Market Wrap. I really had no idea we had a following in Saudi Arabia and Dubai. Really enjoyed meeting all my new friends. Can't thank all of you enough for making us feel welcome and really making us love the Middle East. Now, the biggest surprise was getting to meet and hang out with so many legends of the industry and discuss the market and really understand a number of brands that I really didn't have a great feel for. Now, it all started kind of hanging out at our booth and meeting with Alain Silverstein. Now, if you're from my generation, you remember Alain as creating some of the wildest colored funky pieces in the 80s and 90s and then kind of falling away. Well, he's back. He was in our booth every day. We had a great connection. We got a lot of time to talk. He will be doing more collaborations next year, following up on the very successful Louis Gerard collaboration. He'll be putting out a new book next year for his 40th anniversary, which will be documenting every watch he made from the 80s until he retired. It's going to be a great comeback. I think we're going to see a lot of interest in the market for Alain Silverstein vintage pieces next year. Now, I had the great honor of meeting for the first time Rexhep Rexhepi, and he's an amazing watchmaker. Some of you may not even have heard from, but he's even a better person, supremely humble, and this passion comes through. All he wanted to talk about was not the 2 watches he was showing, but how much better his new version would be, the attention to detail he puts on it. He only makes 45 watches per year. If you ever have the chance, I think it's a piece you should buy. Long term, he is just one of the up-and-coming watchmakers, just an incredible guy to meet. I also got to spend well over an hour with Pascal Raffy, the owner of Bovet. Now, heading to Dubai, Bovet was not even on my radar, but he was so passionate talking about his 69 artisans and the care he wanted to build his brand. It just came across in an amazing way. It was hard not to catch the bug. He invited me to the Bovet manufacturer, go see the castle. I can't wait to take him up on the opportunity. And it really came across that he was building a brand in the old tradition. He was not a watchmaker, but he came into the industry and hired all these amazing craftsmen to do what he feels is the best work out there. It was just great to meet him, love his product, and just have a new respect for the brand. I got to spend time with Ludwig Ballard and honestly had no idea he only makes 12 watches per year. He smiled at me and just told me, well, it takes about a month to build each one, and it's just him and his wife. I got to meet the new CEO of HYT and talk to them about their plans to revive the brand. They're going to be relaunching product in February next year. It's great to know they'll be supporting the old product that's in the market. Very cool brand, very great product. Love to see them coming back. We got to spend time with Maurice Grossman, Grubel Forzi, Constantin Chekin, Laurent Ferrier, and the list goes on. It was amazing to see that while Rolex, Audemars, Hublot, Tudor were all there, all the talk was about independence, and they were all interested in discussing what WatchBox was doing in the space and what we could learn from each other. Now, compared to 2 years ago, when WatchBox first went to the Middle East, it was like night and day. Now, all the brands know who we are, they know we're big supporters of independence, and are there to educate our clients about some of the more obscure brands in the market. Now, the market has changed dramatically, and most of these brands are going to be going direct to consumer over the next few years and want to be able to get their message about and their passion out to the market in general. Now, it was a long 11 days, but probably the most educational and fun experience I've had in years. The Siddiqui family has created something special in our industry, and I encourage you to mark your calendars for November 2023. Make sure you are there the next time. I promise you it will not disappoint. That was this week's Market Wrap. Hope to see you again next week.